welcome to another episode of Part of the Narrative. It's me, your girl Mara, the marvelous, the miraculous, the magnificent. Hey, look at that. God damn it, I knew something wasn't right. And I was almost perfect. Almost. I'm getting there though, and this channel is all about progress, okay? So, I'm not going to get distracted by my chair squeaking. We're going to focus on doing a short introduction. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Mara. My channel is Chaos because I am chaos. Yep, that's it. That's right. That's what I say. We are continuing our tiny house journey. Well, no. We're taking a break from tiny house and we are watching 15 most unbelievable hidden homes. Now, y'all know I got anxiety problems. People who have watched before, y'all know I have anxiety problems. So I'm always looking to how to protect my home, how to make it blend in, how to hide, those type of things. So this is right up my alley. Let's get started. Whoa. Oh, God. Really? Is that the type of person I'm going to be? I don't know about that, y'all. Damn, this video's long. 20 minutes. My friends say, Mara, your videos are too long.
All around the world,
I
there
can't
are
help
hidden
it.
houses with unique designs and vibrant colors. Whether they're located in the middle of the jungle or built right into the edge of a cliff, it seems that for
Hell
some
no.
reason these
No,
homes didn't
no.
want to be discovered. Today, we'll be taking a look at 15 of the most unbelievable hidden homes. Number 15, Guarujá Rainforest House. Where better to kick things off than in the jungle? The Rainforest House in Guarujá, Brazil is the ultimate hidden home and truly a tropical dream come true.
Goodness, but I feel like I'd be fighting monkeys up there though.
Surrounded by lush and thick greenery on three sides. Designed by Studio MK27, they wanted this home to look like it's part of the jungle itself. And man oh man did they deliver on that. As you make your way up to this jungle abode, you walk up the stone steps with gorgeous plants on both sides and come up to the concrete wooden structure that looks like it was built by a more advanced Tarzan. The interior has a more contemporary look, so the residents won't miss their urban lives too much. But when you come up to the roof, that's where the magic really is. The roof of the Guarujá Rainforest House holds 2 levels of decks, where the upper level has a small green area that grows a little less wild than the surrounding jungle.
I love that green area. That's beautiful.
Infinity pool, hot tub, and fire pit. When you're in this house, it's pretty hard not to feel like a main character in the Jungle Book. Number 14, Santana House. Hiding quietly in the Valle de Bravo region of Mexico is the Santana House. It's a single-story home made entirely of wood and stone that lets it blend almost perfectly into the natural surroundings. I don't want to fall in that house. Built by the local firm CC Arquitectos, the Santana House was built using all-natural materials like weathered stone and even locally milled timber to keep things in harmony with nature. And a single tall tree stands in the middle of the front courtyard as a gentle reminder that you're one with Mother Earth at all times.
Beautiful.
The entire property sits on a nice 5,300 square feet of space, all across just one floor. The interior boasts slab stone flooring, timber beams above, and plenty of rustic wooden furniture, again, all made with local natural
I'm not big
materials.
on rustic.
If a
I
home
like
could be
modern.
as organic as your groceries, then the Santana House would fit the bill. All of the walls in the Santana House are made out of stone as well, matching the home's exterior. And a nice stretch of glass windows bring light and life into the space, making it feel like you've brought the woods into the home. There's also the garden outside, full of regional plants, a reflection pool, and the coveted hot tub, for when you want some of the finer comforts without sacrificing the serenity of the woods. Number 13, Castile Creek Retreat. It's pretty clear that the best place to hide a home is amongst the green landscape. But just because you've got a home in the forest doesn't mean it has to be small. Sometimes a castle is better than cozy, and that's the case with the Castile Creek Retreat in Colorado, United States.
Colorado?
This place is absolutely
That's not where I
amazing,
expected it
the
to be.
forest compound of your dreams. The main house is 3,350 square feet across 8 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. And the 2 guest houses still offer well over 5,000 and 3,000 square feet of space, respectively. That's more than anyone could ever
This
ask
house just
for.
stressed
So
me
talk
out,
about some
y'all.
lucky guests. The Castile Creek
Oh my
Retreat
God,
sits on
look at those
250
mountains.
acres of real estate and is surrounded by another 2 million acres of national forest. Yeah, 2 million acres of gorgeous protected land. Normally, a place like this would leave the neighbors jealous, but in this case, there are no neighbors. Just you and all of the little woodland critters and the trout in the pond out back.
I mean,
This
that's
is the
wonderful,
perfect
but when
place
you got to
drop
get to
off
a
the face of the
hospital, what
earth
you
for a
gonna
bit,
do?
as long as you can afford the $78 million asking price.
Yeesh, 78 million.
Floating seahorse.
Oh, hey, in
The next
Dubai.
hidden
We just
house
watched
on our
that
list
video.
is extra special and probably the most
going for
unique
20
I've
mil.
seen yet. Dubai is home to some pretty extravagant real estate, and their floating seahorse is one of the most cutting-edge properties they have to offer. This floating home is built in the World Islands, the man-made islands meant to mimic a map of the world. Designed by the Kleindienst Group, these homes on the water took more than 5,000 hours of research and another 13,000 hours of design and engineering to get it just right. Because what good is a house on water if it sinks?
Right.
The plans for these floating seahorses were announced in 2016, and the hype was very real, with 60 units having been sold before they were even complete. And how much is each one of these seahorse houses going for? Well, you're looking at about 12 million bucks.
12 million? Oh, it's an old
icebergs,
video.
because so
They're
much of
20
the
million
structure
now.
is hidden underneath the crystal clear waters, which is where you'll also find the master bedroom and bathroom across 270 square feet. And to make things a little more interesting, the sublevel features floor-to-ceiling windows where you'll be able to
The other
look out
video
at your
had
own
better,
personal 500 square foot coral garden.
B-roll.
You'll never
Man,
again have
that's
to worry about
gorgeous.
dogs using your lawn as a bathroom again. Number 11. Mirage House, Greece. There are plenty of different ways to hide a house. You can hide amongst the rocks or behind the trees, but sometimes it's best to simply hide in plain sight. But how exactly can a house do that? Well, why not make it appear as a trick of the light, like the Mirage House in Greece? This home is located on the gorgeous and exotic Greek island of
Oh my
Tinos.
goodness.
But good luck finding the place, because it was designed to look like an invisible oasis. The Mirage House is just 1 story tall, but it's built right on the edge of a cliff to give the homeowners and their lucky guests some of the most stunning views on the entire island.
I mean, I
Every
get
morning,
that,
you're
but
greeted by the
cliffs have
sun rising over the
problems.
nearly mythical Aegean Sea. In all,
Jesus,
the
it's
Mirage
beautiful.
House offers just over 2,100 square feet of space and quite literally blends into the surroundings.
It reminds
And
me
aside from
of
being built
Game
right
of
onto
Thrones.
the rock face, the top of the house is a full-on rimless pool, which reflects the sunlight perfectly.
It is a
giving this
pool.
hidden home its mirage effect. And there's no denying that
Oh
although
my
simple,
God,
the
it's a
design is quite
pool
brilliant.
on the
As you
roof.
approach the home, it's set up so that the only part of the structure you'll see is the reflecting pool. So seeing isn't always believing. So we've all lost our keys at some point, but imagine not being able to find your own house.
Don't you feel like that would give
Number
you
10,
like
Vivos Europa 1.
vertigo or
Vivos
something?
Europa 1 is one of the most unique
Like it
hidden
would
homes
trick
in the
your
world,
mind
which
and
is
you
no
would
easy
like,
task. So
I
what
don't know,
then
y'all.
exactly sets it apart
know.
from the forest mansions and the homes sitting under the ocean's surface? Well, millionaires and billionaires need to go somewhere when the world is ending, and that's why
That's
the
true.
team at Vivos created Europa 1 in Germany. Built about 400 feet deep into a mountain, this doomsday shelter is more of an underground mansion than it is a bunker. Vivos
me
Europa
see
1
it.
is an invitation-only 5-star underground luxury complex.
Oh,
with over
this is that one
16,000 square feet of
place.
some of the best private living quarters money
I
can
know
buy.
what they're talking
Anyone
about.
lucky enough to get the invitation can hire their own architects and contractors to design and build their own personal quarters however they see fit. That is, as long as they get it done before the world comes to an end. Vivos Europa 1 was actually built by the former Soviet Union during the Cold War as a fortress for military equipment and munitions should the war
We're gonna
warm up
watch
a little too much.
a video on
As
this.
we all know, that never happened.
Yes, I heard
the Cold
that
War luckily ended with a whimper.
the invitation
The fortress was
part is a
inherited
little
by the German
difficult.
government, and because of its location near a major public highway, the plans to keep it as a munitions storage were scrapped. Instead, a wealthy investor quickly nabbed the property and converted it into the yacht-like deep subterranean getaway it is today. Number 9.
I worried about
Juniper
earthquakes
House.
though.
What better way to hide your house in the woods?
I
than
know
by
y'all got
covering it
problems.
in
They know we're
photos
safe.
of the surroundings. That's exactly what Stockholm-based architects Hans Moman and Ulla Alberts thought when they designed their beloved Juniper House. It may be tough, but you can find the Juniper House on the island of Gotland in the Baltic Sea. This forest home came with an interesting condition
Beautiful.
that led to its unique design. The local authorities stated that no modern architecture could ever be built here if it's going to spoil the gorgeous natural landscape. And it was
Right.
that unique stipulation that gave way to this hidden home. The house quite literally disappears within the
Gorgeous.
grove of its vinyl cloth facade that stretches around the building's entire timber frame, which makes
And
for
it's
one of the most
vinyl,
fun
so it's
games
not
of
gonna
hide and
hurt the
seek
wildlife.
you'll ever experience. And while the idea of a perfectly camouflaged facade may sound a little silly, it works quite well and only makes you appreciate the interiors even more. Sliding doors connect the forest with the awesome wood-clad and stone interior that gives off the perfect Scandinavian vibes. And the huge windows and inner courtyard really
Oh, I
help you
should have
reconnect
known.
with
It looked
nature
like
while still
IKEA.
keeping you safe, warm, and cozy. Number 8. Edgeland House.
Whoa.
Sometimes you want to live life out on the edge.
God, them
Luckily,
clouds.
The Edgeland House in
No, I
Texas
don't.
is
I'm
the
afraid of
perfect place to do
heights.
that.
Blech.
This Texan abode is designed by Bercy Chen's studio
No.
and hides right in the land itself. From far off, the Edgeland
Oh.
House doesn't look any different from a thick, grassy knoll. In fact, if you didn't know the exact address, then chances are you'd just keep walking. That's how hidden
Don't
it
you
is.
feel like
It's a sunken property
an
that gets
animal
inspiration
would
from
get
the
in
old
there,
vernacular
like a
houses
bear
across
or
North America.
something?
The structure is quite literally groundbreaking and was
Oh my
dug
God.
right into the earth itself. But there's
Beautiful,
more
though.
to this geographical choice than meets the eye. Because while it may look great when you get up close and personal, the Edgeland House is able to use the heat of the earth to keep everybody at the perfect temperature and still
Oh.
lets in the perfect amount of light. It's about as close to living in a luxury hobbit hole as you're gonna get. It's one of the most private homes on this list, even for a hidden house.
That's
And while the
beautiful.
interior furnishings are off the hook, it's the outdoor courtyard that really shines because it gives off a true inside-out feeling because the entire space is fully protected. The Edgeland House is very
It's
minimalistic.
gorgeous.
It does its best not to disturb the land in which it resides. Number 7. Casa Brutale. We can't
Casa
let hidden
Brutale.
forest gems have all the fun. Even folks living in the drier climates of the deserts want to feel off the grid, too. The Casa Brutale in Beirut isn't just one unbelievable hidden home.
Beirut?
It could
Oh,
very
that's a
well
little
be one of
dangerous.
the coolest homes in the world.
Hell
Just because this futuristic
no.
abode isn't
No,
just
no,
built
no.
right into the cliffside.
No.
It's practically dangling off of it. Casa Brutale has some killer views overlooking the ocean, but just make sure you don't look down, because this one is pretty high up. The icing on the cake here, other than the floor-to-ceiling windows and prime location, is the glass-bottom pool that sits on the roof. So that means anyone inside the house is going
Oh,
to get
no.
a prime view of their friends going for a dip. And
Oh,
anyone in the pool
no.
can swim down to the bottom to check that they've turned the oven off. And of course, the
No.
pool is going to give off an awesome cascading
Whoever
effect in
built
the
this
house
is a
itself.
freak.
The
They
designers
got
of
in
Casa
some
Brutale
kinky
went
stuff.
for simple materials like wood, concrete, and the obvious glass to make it blend
Oh,
into the smooth,
so
sandy terrain
pretty.
in which it's built. The home sits in the middle of nowhere, so having a car is a must. But don't worry about finding a parking spot in this desert oasis, because Casa Brutale has an underground parking area large enough for 3 cars.
How
6,
close is the
Cliff
nearest
Haven.
city? That's what I need to
The
know.
Cliff Haven house looks like
No,
the perfect
no
space for your
cliffs.
modern
What the
Stone Age
hell?
family. Nestled
These people
nice and
got
snug into the rocks of
problems.
Montezuma Canyon in the gorgeous state of Utah, this aptly named Hidden Haven in the cliffs looks pretty remote, and it feels pretty remote. But it's only a 20-minute drive away from the closest town.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
while you're provided all of the luxuries that comes with living in such a stone-faced seclusion, all of the perks and amenities of the modern world are still within reach. It's hard to tell from the outside, but Utah's Cliff Haven encompasses 2,100 square feet of space. And the interiors themselves have a nice south-of-the-border feel to them and offer
Not
your
my
typical
thing.
3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
I said I
Then
wasn't a
there's the
rustic
3-car
fan.
garage for your town car and dune buggies. And while the Cliff Haven is by no means a mansion, it's the entire property itself that's the biggest seller here, because the owner has the surrounding 12 acres of red rock to themselves.
Woo.
It's yet another home that's hidden in plain sight, and if the
12
neighbors want to come by and
acres.
ask for a cup of sugar, they're going to need to make that mile
Nice solar
walk
panels.
first. But then finding the place is a task unto itself too. Number 5,
I
Wishing
would love
Park
to
Estate.
film something there.
All right, you've thrown a penny into a wishing well, but what about the Wishing Park Estate in southeast England? Okay, so while you may not want to toss some loose change in, here you'll feel like your wishes come true once you've seen it. But seeing it is the hard part, because this home is
Ooh,
pretty tough
this
to
video's
find
making me
when
dizzy.
you're coming at it head on. If not from the inside, the best way to see this one is from a bird's eye view where you'll see almost everything it has to offer. The rest is still hidden inside. The Wishing Park estate is almost completely subterranean, situated in the rolling green hills of Hampshire, making it look embedded into the landscape.
Nice.
The secret estate sits on a total of 43 acres of land, which includes multiple lakes that are great for fishing and private woodlands.
43
If you want to get a whiff of
acres.
the great outdoors, you really don't need to go very far. And despite living underground,
Nice.
the angles and design of the home allow it to capture all of that natural light without overheating.
Less than an hour.
Number 4.
From London.
Rooftop
Turn
wall
up.
villas. This next one is a funky one, and it's built more out of a
it's
necessity than a
beautiful.
design. China is the most populated country in the world, and many of the major cities are running out of space as the numbers of citizens continue to rise. So then where do all of those people go? Well, if you're living in the Shenyang province of Hunan, China, look no further than the mall. But not inside the mall, on top of it. It may be a bit unorthodox, but one local mall built a total of 25 villas on the roof for many of the mall's employees, and they're all painted quite colorfully too. But the only people who will ever know are the ones that actually go up there. This isn't the type of neighborhood you can see from the street, but it would seem that they take a page out of the stereotypical American dream for some design inspiration, with their Germanic pastiche, bright yellow walls, and blue tiled roofs, all complete with white picket fences surrounding green lawns and hedges. The
That's
existence
beautiful.
of these homes is so unbelievable that even the local authorities have insisted on demolishing the neighborhood because it was built without a permit. Number 3.
They get some bad
High
weather
Desert
in China.
House. The San Diego-based Kendrick Bangs Kellogg is one of the best in the world. And
Get
in
swept off
1986, he
right
was
off the side
commissioned
of
to
the
build
building.
High
Oh,
Desert
Lord.
House.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I
While
got
he may have found the
problems.
perfect place to build the structure,
Ooh,
the real trouble for the rest
anxiety.
of us will be finding the home itself. The High Desert House is on the outskirts of the trippy, alien-loving region of Joshua Tree. but looks a lot more
Joshua
like a home
Tree.
to the Freeman on the planet Arrakis. Plenty of time and effort went into making this hidden home, and once the structure itself was completed,
So
another designer
interesting.
spent the next 14 years meticulously crafting all of the furniture by hand,
Holy
which adopts
shit.
somewhat of a Cold War era sci-fi feel mixed with the Flintstones of tomorrow. And at the end of the day, much of the house has been able to stand the test of time and reflect more modern architecture. The entire
Nice.
project took nearly 30 years to complete, with the home
30
being 5,000 square
years.
feet and sitting on a 10-acre plot of desert, nice and
Beautiful.
snug between the massive boulders. That flat panel roof
Don't
is
fall
what
down
makes the
them
high
stairs.
desert blend right into the scenery, like it's the product of millions of years of erosion. Number 2, Villa Valls. Sometimes you just want to relax and get in touch with nature, but without having to rough it in a tent. So one of the best places to
I can
achieve
always
that
find
is the
something wrong
Villa
with something,
Valls in the
y'all.
hilly
I've got
Swiss
problems.
landscape. Another hidden home that looks an awful lot like a modern hobbit hole. Villa Valls is unique because it's been dug right into the mountainside near the Therme Valls hot springs. The idea behind the
hot
design is to
springs.
build something semi-futuristic while maintaining the local ecosystem. But Villa Valls does better and manages to be a part of the surroundings themselves. Part of the leave no trace state of mind means no new road. So how do you drive up to Villa Valls? Another tunnel was dug through the mountain that takes you straight to the home's barn. The entire underground operation gives Elon Musk a run for his money.
What?
But just because Villa Valls is a subterranean home doesn't mean that it skimps out on the views. The home slopes upwards to face the mountain range, and you'll be able to see the sun each morning as it plays peekaboo over the mountains. And the best part, Villa Valls serves as a holiday rental, meaning we can all enjoy this hidden home given the opportunity.
What happens when the boulders roll down from the
Number
mountain?
1, Willbrook Reservoir.
Always
So
something,
what
y'all.
could possibly
I
be
got
the
problems.
world's most unbelievable hidden home? Look no further than the Willbrook Reservoir in Devon in the UK. This home takes things to new depths. Originally a
Alright,
water
let's see it.
reservoir in southeast England, the Willbrook Reservoir was converted into a $1 million 5-bedroom house with plenty of glass walls that go straight into the earth. It's actually a great way to employ the old adage, out with the old and in with the new. And if you didn't know this home was here, then chances are you'd just keep walking.
That's a lot of
The
windows.
home's interiors are all centered around the main courtyard, which is fully exposed and allows all of that natural English sunlight to flood in. The Willbrook Reservoir keeps an incredibly low profile, carefully hiding the spiral staircase that leads to the master bedroom. And while this subterranean home looks great on the inside, the natural look of the outside is also due in part to the raised pond and garden. But the best part is that the Woolbrook Reservoir is totally secluded, surrounded by acres of woodlands to be explored. Watch our binge-watching playlist if you'd like to watch all of our most popular
I like the
top
ones that were
15
like
videos.
in the cities,
Grab a drink,
but I
grab a
don't like
snack,
the ones out
get
in
ready to
nature.
binge.
All right, guys. Well, that was the video. It was long enough on its own, so I shall not continue rambling. We're still searching for my favorite tiny home. I'll let you know when I find it. I already know what I want, but let's see what other people got. Okay, well, thanks for joining me. Don't find the time, make the time. Stay passionate, and I wish you every happiness. Good night, and I am going to bed. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired.